Hey gang, Schlocktoberfest is walking through the desert with a horse with no name. Reviewing Fertilize, the Blaspheming Bombshell. Or, as it's also known by apparently several other different names that were actually worse than this, if you can believe that. Well, it's a story of a young woman who's trying to find her twin sister because she suspects that her twin sister was killed by a bunch of Satanists in a desert. And apparently, of course, as you may or may not know, twins can feel each other's pain or whichever and all that. So she decides to try to go to the same location where her sister and her boyfriend, I believe it was, were murdered at. Along the way, she meets up with this guy who seems like he's kind of on the level, but it turns out, nope, he's a Satanist too, because she starts having these weird dreams about him being a satanic demon, and, well, lo and behold, she's right. He's with the Satanists and everything like that. So, yeah, the Satanists are trying to impregnate her. Thus, the ridiculous title to this movie. Well, they fail in it. She winds up striking back, killing all the Satanists, or at least a good amount of them. She meets up with a tow truck driver she met earlier in the movie, but it turns out, predictably, he is one of the Satanists, and she winds up killing him too. The next morning comes along, local sheriff, cop, whichever one, comes along, finds her, tells her, let's go get something to eat, and the movie ends. And the cop, sheriff, whichever one he was actually played by Bo Hopkins, who has not had a very good string of success when it comes to doing any kind of good movies at all. In fact, I think I've reviewed several movies he's been involved in, and there's quite a few more to come, so yeah. So, why did this movie suck? This is another one of those trauma movies that was not very good. Sure, the title was goofy. Sure, the title was idiotic. Sure, the title went under, as I said at the beginning, many different title names. Of course, I'm not 100% sure that's true or not, but a lot of them were a lot more offensive than this. Yeah. There's the one scene where she winds up killing the tow truck driver, and the car or the truck, drives very slowly into a small ditch, and then after that it explodes. So yeah, it's like, huh? Okay, that works for you guys. Sure, why not? You can't really expect anything good out of a movie with this kind of a title to it. It's almost as if it's like Rosemary's Baby in a way, but more low budget and more ridiculous. Satanists trying to impregnate a woman, although I don't think that's what Rosemary's Baby was all about. Apparently the baby in that movie was the spawn of Satan, and Lord knows that movie spawned a lot of different, not sequels, but clones, I guess you could say. But yeah, in this case, I would say it's about as bad as Hell's Highway. No, I wouldn't. This was a little better than Hell's Highway, but yeah, Bo Hopkins, poor guy. He's done so many really bad low-budget movies, and this is another one that was not exactly one of his better ones. Of course, they don't give Oscars to people who do one after another really bad B movie. So yeah. So there you guys have it, a review of Fertilize, the Blaspheming Bombshell, or Blaspheming, whichever you prefer. Schlocktoberfest will keep on going until Halloween, when I review my worst for last movie for the year. or at least for this particular series. And if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. Yowza. So until tomorrow, as always, stay strong and rock on. You know, honestly, judging by that title, I thought they were just gonna pour that manure stuff you put in your garden. Well, what's this fertilize? Maybe grow a garden or something around her. I'm just see ya.